gonna say it. I hate when sluts complicate shit. Like, if you're a whore, just be a whore. Stop trying to be more. Oh my god. Because this is all. Okay. Every time I'm like, I'm over the Mitchell situation. And if you're like, who's Mitchell? In case you're new here, he's this guy I've been crashing out over for like 2 fucking months straight. Almost been entirely 2 months since I've met him. And boy, oh boy, I can't tell if I regret it or not. I was like, you know what I want? I want someone to give me some good ass dick or some head, something good. Because it was a holiday season. My ex boyfriend Liam, who I was still obviously seeing, of course, he fucked up my Christmas, and I was like, you know what? I want to just meet someone for the holidays to do a quick little bam slam, thank you, ma'am. But no, did Tam get that? No, ma'am, I did not. Instead, you know what I got? I got a fucking pseudo-romantic Hallmark movie, weird, complex plot. Like, what the fuck was that? I got a Hallmark movie romance. Bitch, I ordered some dick. I ordered cock and balls in my body. Well, not balls. I don't think I can do that. But, like... And what annoys me the most is that it's like... Every single thing about this situation with me and him pisses me off. Because it's like... Simply put, he was great at giving head, and he had everything I liked in a sexual partner. He had big, fat, huge balls, huge, girthy cock, large and long, but also wide, almost Coke can thick, 8.5 inches on soft, baby. He had long, sexy legs and beautiful long eyelashes and nice fucking blue eyes, like my favorite shade of the sky on a nice fucking cold, foggy Silent Hill type morning. Ooh! Ooh, his eyes looked like fucking 5 a.m. on a foggy winter morning. They were beautiful, and they had a little gold in the middle, and when he looked away, they turned green. It's like, nigga, I don't want to... It's like, nigga, you're trying to make me fall in love with you and shit. That's out of pocket. But what really annoys me, like, I'm trying to figure out the best way I can explain this shit. Because this is a thing that's happened, and I've talked about it before. I will meet men with the intention of just wanting sex. And then along the way, they're like, you know what? I actually think Tamia would be perfect to have as a girlfriend. Or she's my dream girl, actually. It's like, no, nigga, just because I'm really fucking... It's like some niggas, it could be like... These niggas will be like, I'm just looking for strictly sex and nothing more. And I'll be like, cool, I'm looking for that too. You know, we could just slut each other out a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be emotionally attaching. It could just be fun. And then they'll be like, holy shit, she's my dream girl. Would you like to date and go out? And like be with me forever? And what annoys me is if I say no thank you, I'm not trying to do that because I have trauma and I'm trying to heal and I just really want sex. Like, I just really want someone who can consistently put their mouth on it. I don't need anything more emotionally complex. These niggas will be like, please, 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 look, I can show you. Look, I can take you to these nice places. Look, I'm getting you stuff. Look, here's roses and jewelry, and here I'm doing the most I can to prove to you how awesome of a partner I would be. Please give me a chance, because it's like, then they start acting like it's some sort of fucking romance movie from the 90s, bitch. And it's like, And then I'll decide, you know what? Alright, I guess. You know what? Sure, let's give it a chance. And then the second I'm like, let's give it a chance, you know what they do? They shatter my heart into a million pieces, you know? And then they're like, oh, actually, fuck no. I never wanted that all along. The worst instance of this, people know this, Maxwell, I was fucking 17. He was just supposed to be some simple fellow teenager guy who I was supposed to meet on Craigslist to suck the dick of in the back of a movie theater every now and then. But you know what? He got feelings along the way. Like, I remember I knew shit was weird because, oh my god, I remember at some point, like, I forget when, but I think it was in the middle of giving him head, that he just fully is like, oh my god, you did so great. And he starts kissing me passionately as if I'm his girlfriend or something. And then he just straight up like snuggles me. Like he full on grabs me and just snuggles me and rubs his face against mine like this and just holds me. And then I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? And he's just holding me as if I'm his little precious baby. And it's like, excuse me? And he wouldn't stop with that too. Like, if anything, it's like, it was weird. Like, it couldn't just be, like, it was supposed, like, I don't know. I guess he craved more, and he was just overly affectionate. Next thing you know, he was kissing all over me, saying all these pet names and lovebird shit, and I don't even know. It got crazy. And it didn't stop there, because next thing you know, he was trying to, like, ramp it up. He was like, how about we do this and that? How about we go out and get some food and then go out to this movie theater and do this? And I remember the second, and I was like, you know, mind you, I was like a teenager going through fucked up shit at home. I was like, why not, I guess. Free food? Yeah, I don't mind if, Or actually, no, I remember. I think he offered to pay for the food, and I was like, "Free food? Yeah, sure." And we're gonna fuck. That works out for me. I could use it. We went to my favorite burger joint. He balled out and got me all my favorite shit, and he was hella sweet about it. And I kind of felt bad. I was like, he's spending a lot of money. But mind you, I was a teenager. $20 seems like a lot of money. But then again, I was going to buy that shit myself. It's just like, oh, someone else is spending this on me? I could get used to this. But then guess what? He started doing the lovey-dovey face snuggling, grabbing me by the whole body, cuddling me in the middle of this fucking outdoor patio as if we were like, you should have seen it. It was obscene. This man full on curled his face into my chest and started just like snuggling and caressing my face and doing this. It's like, what are you doing? We're just supposed to be strangers who fuck. Come on now. Things went on. Well, I remember we went to the movie theater and I was gonna pay for my own ticket. This nigga slaps my credit card out my hand and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like he just shoots me a look like, "What the fuck?" He like, "Fuck." And no offense, I kind of that turned me on. It's like, oh, okay. He said, "Fuck spending your own money. That's what I'm here for." And then you want to know what he did? A whole lot of the same shit. And he kept it up. Oh my god, this man acted so insane with his actions that it was unnecessary. Oh, but let's just say this story ends so heartbreakingly that it still hurts 7 years later. Let's just say things ended in a very traumatic way. Uh, and yeah, lifelong abandonment issues. Thanks, Maxwell. And I remember, let's just say he knew certain holidays were sensitive for me. And he hyped up like, "Ooh, yeah, I want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be this. I want you to be that. We can go to my yurt in the mountains and we can go out for the day and exchange gifts and I can take you away from your fucked up family because I know how fucked up the holidays are for you." And you want to know what happened? I didn't get picked up and I had to spend the holidays crying in the fetal position on the top bunk of my bunk bed quietly as my grandmother was shitting herself extremely loud on the second bunk. And my whole family was being miserable and shitty. No pun intended. Thanks, Maxwell. And yeah, he ghosted and abandoned me. He didn't just do it once, he did it several times, but mind you, the first time or so he did it, he had the excuse of, "Oh, my family went through my phone and they found out I was seeing you, blah, blah, blah." But then let's just say time went on, and then it turns out that, I don't know, let's just say I had to do something really fucked up. I had to catfish this man. Because eventually, I don't know, I tried to track him down online for months after he basically vanished over Christmas after hyping up massive plans for me. You know, he was the one instigating tons of shit about, "Ooh, be my girlfriend, we'll do these dates, we'll do that date, da 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 da." Unnecessarily. It's like, nigga, I'm already sucking your dick. You have no reason to lie about this shit. But then, let's just say I had to catfish him by pretending to be some hot bitch named Maria Villanueva. And I got some photos off of Tumblr, made a fucking burner kick account, and let's just say I managed to catfish this guy so hard that he met up with me in public with a fucking super burrito from my favorite spot. I'm only. And if no one believes me, I recorded the whole thing. I didn't feel. I was like, you should have seen. I walked up to him, yanked the sunglasses off his face, made him apologize to me and explain himself. And let's just say he explained himself as like, "Oh, I thought things were getting too serious. And I just wanted to have simple fun and just sex with a little emotions here or there. I didn't really want to do all of that." And I said, "Oh, really? Interesting, because I was just trying to suck your dick at movie theaters and have a little bite to eat every now and then. You were the one snuggling me in public. You were the one saying you wanted to be with me, begging me to date you, hyping up plans with me. I would have been fine without. You were the one who started this. What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess I don't know. I wanted something fun but not serious. And it's like, cool. So instead of just like fucking ruining me emotionally, you could have just said, 'I want something fun but not serious.' That like somehow fucking me over psychologically and making me feel repeatedly abandoned for like 4 fucking months. Like that was somehow easier for you to do than just saying, 'I want something fun that's like a romantic fling, but we both know it's bullshit.'" Like if like oh my god, if he would have like really, he could have just really approached me on Craigslist and said, "Hey, actually I like you, but I'm not looking for something serious. Do you want to be like a pseudo girlfriend who's only there when it's convenient, and in return I pay for all your food and then occasionally like buy you shit?" That would have been totally fine. That would have been totally fine. No, like that would have saved every issue ever. But no, nigga want it's like and he's a slut, and that annoyed me. And if you're wondering, yes, I got the burrito. And he also gave me a ride most of the way home. So yay, that nigga sucks though. He's terrible. I hate him so much. I don't care how much time passes. That was one of the most ridiculous things ever. I remember I was like, Jesus Christ. It taught me a valuable lesson on men where it's just sometimes niggas just be doing shit. This nigga really went, her having sex with me consensually isn't enough. I need her to be hooked on me and attached on me so that then I can have control and power over her. Nigga, you have an 8-inch penis. Come on now. You already had it. You're just being greedy. That's the type of greed they talk about in the Bible. And the lust. Who the fuck just goes, you know what? It's like a person. I was already fucking him. I was already, like, he didn't need to do any of that shit. Like, how are you gonna hype up something and then run away from the consequences of you? Like, I don't know, nigga. Like, how are you gonna spend every step of the way for months being like, I'm gonna throw the biggest party ever, and I desperately need people like you to show up and come, because I'm gonna make it big and epic and amazing, and I have all these celebrities coming, and it's gonna be awesome. And then the second people actually are like, okay, you know what, sure, we'll come to your party, yeah, yeah, and then people arrive at your house, then you fucking lock the doors and flee to across the fucking country, because then you have to admit to yourself, oh, I never wanted a party all along, I just wanted people to think I was throwing a party so I could get the benefits of being seen as cool. Like, and then you just ruin whatever established friends you already had for no fucking reason. It's like, wow, that's a certain level of like narcissistic and psychotic. He is not the first or the last instance of this though, because you know what's funny? I've had this with several men. Oh my god, do you want to know how many times I've had men cry in my lap or in my arms or over text about how badly they need me and desire me and want to have a future with me, and then just like that they're gone? Like that fucking quickly? Yeah, no wonder I'm traumatized. Like, hell, the Mitchell dude. Yeah, that nigga spent a fucking week. Like, oh my god, we were supposed to just meet up for the sake of Tamia wants fucking dick that will not cause her issues. Just someone really good that she can fuck really, really good once. Maybe twice if we really want to get slutted out. And then I block them after and never see them again. But then you know what? Mitchell was like, you know what? Let's make plans. Yeah, we should do activities. And then we made a fucking itinerary of activities, and we had a blast doing them. Like, I'm not gonna complain about being taken out to a romantic candlelit dinner or being bought like a bracelet or a ring and this and that. I'm not gonna complain about a lot of things that happened between us that are good, but the main thing that pissed me off is that at the root of it, I wanted sex. But I also told him, if you do feel emotionally complex, like if you feel any, I told him it before and I told him during, I said, if you feel any sort of emotions that you feel are complex or are romantic, or you want to maybe change the terms to what we agreed on and extend, like, I don't know, like, if you want to, then just bring it up to me and I can handle that conversation. We can have a little sit down and it could just be casually talked about. If you have feelings for me or whatever the fuck happens, I'd rather you address it than not, because I don't like tension and I don't like bullshit. And you wanna know what happened instead? Because men don't fucking listen. This nigga spent several, like the week was still good, but he was just doing all the little shit where you can tell he likes me. Cause it's like, I'll put it this way, he was doing that shit where he was getting hyper jealous and possessive super fucking fast. Like, I could just simply say, oh yeah, I tried that restaurant with someone before. And then he would immediately get fucking jealous. I could say, oh, I went there on a date with someone. Yeah, the food there is really fucking overpriced, like 200 fucking bucks, and the view is terrible. Like, the whole point is going up there to pay for a dinner and a view, but they don't have dinner and they don't have a view. It's a fucking scam. And he will still kind of just start projecting like like, fuck her, she's talking about other men, I don't like that, and getting all territorial and jealous and shit super easily. Like, I don't know, I can tell the difference between when a man doesn't feel anything for me and when he does, and the difference is how they start talk. Like, a man where it's just a fling, you can talk about anything under the sun with them. Like, you could talk about your body count, you can talk about full length stories of romances with other people, sex you've had, and then when someone starts liking you, that conversation shuts down immediately. And that's how it was like for Mitchell. And then on top of that, he was just being such an insecure little mess and like being very needy. Like I couldn't even check my phone for 2 minutes on the bus one single time out of that whole we were together without him being like, "Oh my God, can you put your phone down and talk to me?" And I said, "I've been talking to you for like 7 hours. I can't like just check note. I can't just keep tabs on my friends real quick. Hold on." But then, mind you, I put my phone down and gave him attention anyway. Cause what can I say? I liked him back. But this nigga was so extra. It's like hella extra. I'm talking like, why are you pulling out your phone and trying to look up apps where you can see how my selfie and your selfie would look combined for hypothetical children with me? Why are you begging me to be open to marriage and kids and trying to praise me for how amazing of a potential wife I could be? That's a little much, isn't it? But mind you, we already talked beforehand. It was in the terms of our agreement for a little hookup or a fling that we could do whatever we want and go as crazy as we want as long as we know to end it in the exact specific laid out way that I mentioned, where it's like the second we part ways, he's getting blocked and we never see each other again, ideally. Ideally. And then, like, ideally. Did that happen? I'm gonna cut to the chase for the sake of not crying in this video. Yeah. Otherwise, he would be here, and we would have spent and yeah, he's not around. And you know what sucks is that he's not around. But the most ironic thing is now I'm gonna have to get online and look for dick again because there's men out there who are like, I want sex. Never mind, I want love. All right, I got love. Never mind, I don't want that. I'm gonna start looking for sex again, and then the cycle will just keep repeating with these motherfuckers like a snake eating its own fucking tail. It's like it's not even being put back to square one. It's like being put back at square one, but like fucking 10 times more distrustful now. I've had this a million times over. This one guy named Chance, fuck you, Chance. If you ever see this video, you fucking albino Rick James looking bitch. Nigga was so hurt because I was online at some because I remember we were having the little like will they won't they moments, but I thought to myself, okay, he's not bringing it up and there's a lot of tension and he's going to go to this party tonight and there's probably going to be women at that party and he can do what he wants, but I'm going to admit I'm going to be a little annoyed if my little 8-inch thing goes out of his way to like, you know what I'm gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna be a little hurt at that. And I thought to myself, let me just detach from this and meet someone else who can fuck me real good. You want to know what happened? I met Morgan. That's fun. It's so funny how that's the origin story to me meeting that man Morgan, who I would eventually go on to date. Yeah. And oh my God, let's just like Jesus. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna say it. Me and Chance were supposed to just be dick buddies. We were just I was working a job in food service. I was like, I need someone to drop dick and go. Just be a dick dropper. I don't need anything more than that. You want to know what happened? Chance really, really fucking liked me. And then next thing you know, it's like, okay, why are we eating fucking birria tacos at this garden that you're paying for? Why are we at this drive-in movie theater, like having deep conversations about if the afterlife exists and what version of heaven we think exists? And why are you fucking me really, really good in this McDonald's parking lot after the fact? Like, why are you holding me as I fucking cry? Why am I holding you as you cry? Like, why are we doing this shit? Human connection and the desire for it, or the desire for power, it will never not baffle me. Because it's like, what the fuck? I remember this guy got so possessive over me and jealous, and he was so pissed when he found out I fucked someone else. Whole time he also had someone else. It's like, what are we doing here? I don't like bitches that can't keep shit. Just keep shit simple. Like Jesus, I'll go out looking for relationships and I'll just keep meeting men who are just really trying to fuck as soon as possible. And it's like, good lord. Like, come on now. But then what's really annoying is that when I actually am like, cool, I want like meaningless, no strings attached, really good sex. Or just someone to conveniently like drop dick and get the fuck out, don't complicate it. None of that. Then suddenly, though, like the niggas who I'm just trying to treat casually, still respectfully, still kindly, nicely, and politely, and still have good sex with them, suddenly they're the ones who are like, this isn't good enough. I need to emotionally fuck her up in the process. Or, actually, I kind of want her to be like a mommy therapist and maybe even like temporarily like fantasize and delude myself into thinking that she's my wife. That shit gets on my nerves. It even can happen without fucking a dude. I remember this one dude. I thought he was cute and all, but at some point, he was just making it clear he was just trying to look for someone to sext occasionally. I said, I'm not looking to sext. But, you could send me dick pics if you want, and I can hype you up and like praise you and stuff. We could do that. And he was into that. He was into that. So we had that little bond. And then one thing led to another. And then somehow it's like, why am I on a fucking Discord call with this nigga for fucking 8 hours straight? 8 hours straight. Very easy. And he's just like smiling and blushing and geeking out, having the time of his life because he gets to talk to me about his music and his passions and all that. And next thing you know, he's trying to text me more. He's trying to text me with hey with like 8 Y's. He's trying to be like good morning with the little what's that emoji? The emoticon where it's like the two dots and the three sign where it's like a cat smiling. I like that one. Niggas, and then it's like next thing you know, he's trying to talk to me all the time. I don't need, and then even if I'm not talking to him for several hours, he will go out of his way to be like, "Sorry, I was gaming with friends. Didn't mean to be so busy." And it's like, "Oh, I said, "Oh, it's okay. I didn't notice. You don't have to message me all the time." And then watch that nigga still like 6 times further, still keep apologizing because he still wants my attention. And it's like, Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But and what's so funny is the way things ended between me and that guy. Specifically, I remember at some point, me and him got to talking about sex and stuff. And I don't know, one thing led to another. I was like, hey, if you really want nudes from me that bad, hey, you mentioned before you wanted to collaborate on a song. If you do that, you know what, fuck it. If I get to have like a super amazing dope ass song, then fuck it. You get to see a little titty or some pussy. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? At that point, equivalent exchange. And it was like fuck it, like because otherwise I don't really send nudes like that. And he kind of threw his own little tantrum and about it, and I assume, and I thought to myself, why would this nigga be throwing a tantrum over me? He wants nudes, and he's wanted nudes this whole time. He already mentioned before he was fine writing me a song, and he knows I want hobbies and I have passions that I'm trying to pursue. So it's kind of like a kill three birds with one stone situation. Why is he upset? And I kind of was like, oh, I get it. It's because he's probably just really fucking annoyed that he's not getting, I don't know, I guess he wants some sort of emotional reaction or attachment out of me, which he was getting, mind you. It's like I did like that. Like, I trust me, I'm just good at keeping that shit in check, believe it or not. And then I don't know, and then he got weird, and then he started doing that thing that I have seen a million times before that men do whenever they're having fucked up complex emotions. Like, trust me, I've seen the whole I like Tamia a lot, but I don't want a girlfriend. But I want her. But I don't know if I want her specifically as a girlfriend. And I don't even like her like that. But I also really do. And I don't want her to like me because I'm scared of that. But I also want her to like me. Why the fuck doesn't she like me? Why isn't she giving me the. It's like I've seen this a million times play out. Oh my god. Niggas with their fucking weird ass complexes. Like, get it together. Jesus. It's like you're just supposed to be the dude who sends me nudes. You are not supposed to be the dude who's crying in my phone, having tantrums because of bullshit. What the fuck kind of, like, what the fuck was that? And then to make it worse, I read, like, oh my god, he started doing all sorts of projection, and he was like, you just want to talk to me all the fucking time. I said, nigga, I've literally told you 8 separate times I did not need you talking to me all the time. And then he kept being like, well, you just, I don't know. So, and he just would not shut the fuck. It's like, nigga, you do not mean, like, I don't know. The way I see men deal with their emotions is very frustrating, which ties back to Mitchell. Ugh, Jesus Christ. If I had a nickel for every time a 6 foot tall, pale ass white boy with mental issues had a breakdown over their complex feelings for me romantically, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. It's just weird that it happened twice. But, oh my god, with Mitchell, like, you can imagine my shock when this nigga was crying in front of me over how intensely he allegedly felt for me. And how he was like, I don't want this to end. I like you so much, and I'm scared, and I don't know what I want, but I just know I want you, and I don't want this to just be meaningless. I don't want to be forgotten about. I don't want this to end. I want to just, like, I want something. And I don't want this to just be forgotten about and just mean nothing overall. And this nigga was full on crying and shit as he said that and talking about how much it meant to him that we were able to have a candlelit dinner and talk for hours and confess secrets that we hadn't told other people in our entire lives and all this shit. And imagine my shock when I was like, OMG, I feel the same way. And, like, maybe we could be talking about this because, we both have similar goals. And, like, yeah, maybe, what if this did become something? Like, what if we could date? Or what if we could, like, I don't know, like, the option of, like, marriage or kids? It's not too far out. Like, Why are we scaring ourselves from it? Because we're both grown adults. We should know how to handle this, right? And I remember I went to the bathroom and came back, and this nigga just changed up so quick. He was like, "Oh, actually, I don't think you're wife material. Uh, like, you know, parent material for my own kids." And I was like, and I thought to myself, huh, that stings and feels like a fucked up joke from whatever fucking higher powers hate me. Like I'm just the laughing stock of the universe, apparently. But I held it together. I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. It's like, yeah, we did have certain religious and spiritual differences, and he wants to homeschool his kids and whatever the fuck. And I was like, okay, sure. But we still tried to talk about it. We still tried to navigate it. A conversation was attempted. Let's just say overall it ended super fucking terribly because let's just say, hmm, to put it like this, let's just say that man acted so obsessive. I'm talking like bought me a fake ring and pretended like it was a real engagement ring and was offended if I took it off level obsessive. Like begging me to actually, like, how are you gonna beg me to have kids and say that people like me need to have kids because I'm one of the like smartest, most like you're just like love bombing the shit out of me. And then and let's just say yeah, yeah, he ended things. I remember specifically the day that how it was supposed to end. This nigga set up a camera and recorded us like cuddling and I mean hugging and kissing and being hella smoochy and lovey dovey for so long. Like you would have thought that we were newlyweds from the way we were acting. Or like that we were like lovers for fucking years. I have that whole video. It's disturbing how much he fuck it's like Jesus Christ, you don't he gave an Oscar worthy performance of being into me. And that was some bullshit. Cause it's like and I remember the specific way he like I thought it was just gonna end. I thought it was, we had a confusing conversation beforehand in the fucking in front of the fireplace at the hotel we were at, where he was confused on like which facet he wanted me in his life and how much we both would be able to handle and all that. But that conversation at the hotel, it went pretty poorly. And at first, I remember the last thing he said was, "I don't know. I feel like maybe if we can't figure this out, maybe it is for the best that we just end." And I cried about that, went to the bathroom, came back, said, you know what, that's okay. And I'm okay with that happening. I just want to end today on a good note and have some fun so we can at least end this on a good note. And then next thing you know, it resulted in another night at the hotel and us spending most of the morning together and us separating in the afternoon, him setting up the camera, 4 minutes of fucking slow, sensual kissing, and him, like, I tried to pull away from the hug and he wouldn't let me go. He was holding me tight, caressing on my shoulders, kissing on my neck and my face, praising me in my ear, saying how fucking gorgeous, smart, intelligent, funny, charismatic, interesting, confident, and perfect I am, and how I would make an amazing mother to kids, and how I need to keep going, and how I should achieve all my dreams. And I'm gonna keep crying if I talk about it because it's gonna hurt my fucking feelings. And I remember one of the things he specifically said during all that unnecessary bullshit was how this wasn't gonna be our last time seeing each other, and he absolutely wants to see me again. 100%. You want to know what happened? We have not seen each other again since. Yay! I got ghosted for an entire fucking month. He only came back for a week only because he thought I was gonna do some nut shit to his family, which I'm still gonna do. I'm just lying in wait at the moment. And let's just say, damn, I got so close to not crying during this video. Ah, yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's just say he's not around anymore, and here I am, devastated. 2 months later, not even able to get up anymore. That's fucking terrible. And the thing about these situations is that these men act so unnecessary with the love bombing and the mind games and the weird shit they do for the sake of an ego trip or just to fucking do it. And it's like it's like Jesus Christ. Like for Chance, it's like, Chance, you were supposed to just be the guy with thick lips and no ass but a big dick who fucks the shit out of me after a long day of work and comes over when I command you to. That's it. You like Jesus Christ. It's like hell, even other dudes like Juan Carlos, JC, he's a Latino dude I had been fucking on and off since I was like 19, roughly. Me and JC could have easily just been fucking fuck buddies. Easily. But no, suddenly this nigga wants to go out of his way to be like, oh, I got this for you. Oh, here's a seashell. Ooh, let's go to the beach and talk and cuddle until 4 a.m. Oh, you know what? Let's get you food. I'm gonna get you as much food as possible. And then I'm also gonna, like, give you money for your birthday. And on top of that, I'm gonna make sure that even if we fuck for all of, like, 5 minutes, I'm gonna cuddle you in for like 2 or 3 hours and cry in your arms. Like, nigga, what the fuck is. You're supposed to just be eating me out, fucking the shit out of me. You nut. We cuddle for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes if you're really feeling like it. And then you take me the fuck home and I forget about you. What the fuck are you doing? Like, Chance, you were supposed to just be the guy who gives me fucking head and makes me not stressed out after a long day of work. You're not supposed to also be stressing me out with some will they won't they bullshit. Mitchell, you were supposed to just be a guy who puts your big fucking throbbing cock in me and eats me out, and then you didn't have to say any of that other bullshit. Because now it's like, cool, I came out the other end of that. Instead of feeling rejuvenated and alive and happy, it's like, here I am, sexually frustrated and annoyed as fuck. Because I met a slut who just felt like fucking destroying my life for some reason. In many other ways. Oh my god, they were terrible. And it's like, Maxwell, we could. It's like, oh my god. And do you know how many times I've been through this? A scary amount of times. Enough times where I have to. Let's just say I'm never buying a gun. Because I know the first thing I'd do with it. And you can connect the dots to what the fuck I would do with it if I had one. So we should all be very grateful that even though I know I could very easily get a gun, because Mitchell has 16 guns and that man is mentally insane. Why does he have 16? Like, he is the last person you should trust to have that many rifles. It is kind of hot that he has rifles. God, I still kind of want to fuck him. He was really hot. Also, the worst part about this is slutty niggas. How do I put this? If they wanted an ego boost or just, they don't communicate. None of it. And they do stupid shit. And it's like they bring in drama in situations where there doesn't need to be drama. And then the most ironic part is then things end and they go off looking for someone new to fuck and I go off looking for someone new to fuck. And then it's like we could have kept fucking each other. I don't know. Something is really, it's like it's hard to put my finger on what's so funny about it, but it's two people who at their core really just want to fuck. I just want to fuck. I'm open-minded to love, but only if someone means it. They just want to fuck. They want the idea of love, but secretly they're afraid of it, but they still want to really convince women that they're in love with them for some fucking reason. And they say they don't want drama, but then they go looking for it and then say, hey, I'm kind of a hypocrite in that way. But then again, mind you, it's like imagine someone's showering you with endless amounts of affection. Endless amounts of affection. Endlessly for like a month or several months or more. And then the second you reciprocate that attention, they fucking vanish. That has happened so many times to the point where it's like, you niggas just like a chase. You niggas just like, Jesus, get a grip. I hate you people. I hate you people. The fact that I even trust men again is very baffling. But oh my god. And so it's like, cool. Here I, and then it's like start from square one. I'm looking for dick again. They're looking for pussy again. And we could have still been fucking each other. But no. Because niggas want to be on that bullshit. Because a slut can't be a slut. A nigga can't just be a cool guy from Colorado fucking showing you videos of himself doing the helicopter. He has to fall in love with you along the way, even though he knows damn well he shouldn't because it's long distance. And then he has panic attacks, and then he has like insecurities and little weird mental disturbances. And next thing you know, he's having a breakdown in your Instagram DMs on some bullshit, knowing damn well that he doesn't even, like, he likes you, but he also doesn't like you in a very confusing and complex way that I understand he doesn't, but even then, nothing's gonna get resolved, no matter fucking what, because they're insecure. It's like, shit, nigga. So the thing that really, at this point, pisses me off is that it's like, at this point, I could really use 8 inches and a nice mouth. And if Mitchell just simply put, if he acted within the confines of, I will do whatever with Timidity, but then at least respectfully end it. But did he respectfully end it? No, he acted like we were going to be so much more, and it wasn't going to be our last time talking, and that I mattered to him. And that makes me want to slit my fucking wrists and maybe even take him out. But I won't, because he lives far, and that's a lot of bussin' money to use. And, you know, not that it's a crime. It's like that's just a lot of effort for a crime. If he lived closer, I'd fucking do it. But it's like if I gotta take more than 2 buses to reach you, it's like that's too much. I'm just saying. If you applied for a job, do the confines of that job. Stop trying to overachieve for a position that you know damn well you don't even really want. You know, because you're just wasting everyone's time. And so here I am, and I'm definitely at this point, it's like, cool, let me guess. I'm gonna look for someone who I just want sex and dick from, who I just want to clap some cheeks and give me head, and we make each other happy, and then fuck off, and then I get to see them conveniently. But then, no, niggas have complex mind games. Like, it's been so ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's been so ridiculous. I have even more stories, but frankly put, this was supposed to be a 15-minute long video, and instead it's 34 minutes so far. I don't know how long or much I want to make it, but I have a shit ton of stories, and each of them will make me go, huh, I'm surprised I didn't kill myself after that. Just a fucking cruel joke, all of it is. And shit like that is just so weird, because it's like, you know you just want sex. You want an ego boost along the way. I'm happy to give that to you. You just don't get an ego boost already off of a beautiful woman fucking you already just for the sake of fucking you? Or because she finds you attractive? It's like you need more, you greedy son of a bitch. And then it's like the specific way they do it. They act as if they're so in love with you, head over heels, obscenely. Obscenely. Like, you didn't need to make plans that you were gonna fucking make my holidays amazing. And thanks for adding to the Christmas trauma, by the way, Mitchell, you fucking cunt. If I had a nickel for every time I had a fucking white boy whose name starts with M and ends with L fucking ruin a Christmas, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, it's just weird that it happened twice. They're also both of British descent, that with blue eyes. God damn it, fuck these evil motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, what the fuck is going on? Because it's like so ironic that now I'm afraid. It's like, do you know how weird it is? Where it's like, oh no, I'm afraid that the next time I find someone who's decently attractive to fuck me and eat my pussy, they're going to fall in love with me, or at least think they're in love with me, and do anything they can in their power to try to show me how deep their feelings run for me. And then no matter what, or they're going to fucking catch feelings for me, and then instead of communicating like a fucking adult and navigating what they truly want and need, what they feel like they desire, etc., they're gonna just be a fucking child and throw tantrums and find ways to like add unnecessary tensions into perfectly good hangouts. That's what Mitchell did, that's what Chance did, that's what Maxwell and a few other people did. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then it's like, guess what? And then, and no matter how it ends fucking terribly. And I'd somehow come out the other end without a fucking relationship, despite them building one up as if one was gonna happen, as if they severely needed me like I was fucking water and they were stranded in a desert. And then guess what? I will have to go online again just to look for someone who can simply drop dick and give head. If you are a slut, just be a slut. If you are a slut, just be a slut. Just be a slut. Just be a slut. Just be a whore. Just gobble up my clit. Just don't, like, just knock it off. Knock it off! Like, because here I am, masturbating endlessly for 2 months straight. Like, damn, I really miss Mitchell. I wish that I hate that I couldn't even get his full inches in my body because his ED got in the way. Ugh. It just, well, okay, sorry, not about an ED. Like, having an erectile dysfunction is not bad. It's like, it's just like, damn, nigga. But whatever. You know, I'm just saying it's a little fucked up that it's like, damn, here I am, trying my best to communicate and be as open-minded and thoughtful and calm in a world full of really disturbingly stupid, redundant motherfuckers. And trying to keep, it's like, I want communication and dick. And then these niggas, let's just say, from the way they don't communicate, you see why they haven't had successful relationships. You see why they're online on Craigslist or Reddit trying to get laid, because they're fucking insane. If you are attractive and you fuck good and you seem to have most of your life together and you still don't have a girlfriend, something is wrong with you, and these niggas are definitely proving that theory correct. God, it's like your one simple task is I will accept you how you are. Just don't try to fuck up my life. Don't try to bring in unnecessary drama. Say how you feel when you feel it. Communicate properly and respectfully, like you have some fucking sense. And then fuck good and leave. I never ask for. It's like, Jesus, I want to throw a brick through a window just having this conversation. Because now I have to look for more dick. And then it's so ironic that Mitchell's probably fucking nutting in random stupid ass bitches online right now, not learning his lesson, continuing to be evil, and it's like, which is gross. Or actually, I'm gonna tell, I don't wanna, no, he's probably just at home fucking drinking tea and going on hikes like a fucking loser. Whatever. And here I am, horny as fuck, and I just wanted someone to consistently fuck. Or at least fuck just once, so good that I can be satiated for months on end. Did I get that? No. I got trauma. Even more trauma on top of what I was already trying to heal. Jesus Christ. It's like, I already went through enough traumatic sexual shit, and then God was like, here's one right before New Year's Day, just to kind of like fuck up her new year, and that's where I'm at. Anyway, I really hate men, and I especially hate sluts. Anyway, let me go about my business. I'm gonna kill myself if I keep talking about this, because I really have like fucking 37 fucking different stories of, like, I didn't get with 37 people, or at least not all 37 people did this, but it's like even people who let's just say men get very weird when they have feelings for someone, and they don't have emotional empathy issues, and they have ego issues, and they find a way to just ruin shit. So yeah, I'm at the stage where I'm probably just gonna take my braids out and wear my hair natural because it'll repel men, and I'll probably just do whatever the fuck I want for a while, and we'll see what happens from there. Ooh, but yeah, this whole video is like a knife to the chest. I hope you send good vibes my way. Goodbye.